Okay, it's recording. And it hasn't stopped in the 2-second time frame. So we're good to go. I don't know why the VID00098 HD was cutting on and off yesterday afternoon. But it seems to be working fine now. Turned out to be a nice day in the midday because it stopped raining and the sun came out, as you can see. So it's probably in the 70s. My favorite riding weather. And somehow there's a leak in my waterproof jacket, and water is seeping through on the sleeves. And I checked all the zippers and they're all zipped up, so I don't know what it is. I don't know how the water's getting in. And it's just a nuisance to have, feel a little wet when this jacket is, stated to be waterproof. And I've had this jacket since early 2000s. And it never leaked like this before. So I don't know why it hasn't degraded or anything like that. And there aren't any holes in it that I know of. I wasn't completely drenched, but I was a little wet, on my arms and on my shoulders. I wish I knew how to pop a wheelie on this thing. I never learned how to. And even if I wanted to learn how to pop a wheelie, I'd want to learn on probably a dirt bike out on an open field. What I'm afraid of is that I will overturn because I have the throttle open too wide, and so it accelerates too fast. And I'm seeing some other sport bikes that have the wheelie bar attached to the back, the tail section. And a lot of stunters have their bike rigged that way. And some of them would actually drag like the tail section while they're doing the wheelie. But it prevents the sport bike to completely flip over on itself. But, you know, I know my limits and my riding ability, so I'm not gonna try to be a stunter when, you know, I don't have the skills. I think it's still really fun to ride motorcycles, even if, you know, you can't do the tricks and stunts. I mean, don't get me wrong, it'd be nice to learn how to do them, but I think I'll just leave all that stuff to the experts. And my temp gauge is reading 143 degrees. I'm sure it's in Fahrenheit. And no, it's now reading 134. So it's running really cool. Cooler than usual. And it's now 128. You know, I'd rather have the bike run a lot cooler than obviously run hotter. So it's probably low 70s right now. Maybe even in the upper 60s, I don't know. It's reading 126 degrees Fahrenheit. If I had like a throwaway bike where I could just rag on it and not worry about damaging any of the parts, I'd probably try to do some stunts, try some endos, try some wheelies, stand-up wheelies. But since I don't, you know, this is my only means of transportation right now, I don't want anything to happen to the bike in terms of, you know, breaking anything, any of the parts, the moving parts. So anyway, this is USS Princeton 2004 signing out.